It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see Anaheim as they play against the Bulls. For Chicago, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. And that's one they'd like to have back. A little more focus would have been enough. Just a 4-point loss.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Ibaka. Irving is out there with Buddy Hield, and it's Vucevic, and it's Winslow in at the small forward. Now Irving, after Gallinari missed from long range, and that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his first foul. Winslow against Gallinari. Winslow kicks to Irving. Just 4 to shoot. A baseline J with All-Star Weekend behind us, Brent. Pretty soon we'll be talking about teams battling for the playoff slots.
Yeah, don't we always start to look at strength of schedule and how many home games versus road games coming up? And
much more in focus. You're right.
Yeah, the
yes.
sub-500 teams versus how many teams have winning records. You know, this is the time where good coaching staffs are taking the time in the All-Star break to hone in on weeks where they want to really be performing well. And again, making sure their guys are healthy.
And the soft hands of Pirtle on display there. Just has such a nice stroke from the mid-range.
Pass to Hield. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. He kicks it to Ibaka. Shoots over Doncic. Ibaka, no luck. Anaheim has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What'd you find out, David?
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that when you're playing against a team as good as they are inside, you have to stop the easy looks. He said if they can keep them out of the paint, they'll be in good shape to win. We'll see, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Vucevic with the bucket.
A guy who converts well at the rim. You like to see the aggression there.
Yeah, it's the first quarter, and he's already in attack mode, setting the tone right here.
Now, here's Doncic. A 14-point game for him in the win again. Count that one.
And sometimes there's just nothing you can do against Doncic. He's terrific at keeping his focus on the rim.
Outside Irving. That's a 2 from Hield. And Pirtle pulls it down. Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Gallinari against Winslow. Gallinari attacking. And that's out of bounds. Anaheim will retain possession. And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. Number 1, the Bulls.
And offensive rebounding, always a point of emphasis for this group. But for whatever reason, they've had particular success since the break, really just outworking their opponents on the glass.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Irving surveying the floor. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Now here is Gallinari. 11 points for him in that last game again. That one goes. Count it.
Smooth looking J from Gallo there. That's his game.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Irving attacking, fires from 14. Anaheim grabs the miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Jackson passes to Doncic. Off the mark from 16 feet out. Outside Irving. Pulls it from the elbow. And that does it for the first quarter. Anaheim on top, leading by 4. And back. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complimentary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
Pirtle is out there with Jackson. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1 spot. And for the Bulls, they've got Hield. Ibaka is out there with Justice Winslow. Then there's Irving. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. Shots good by Ibaka.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Now the pass to Doncic. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 1. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO. Because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Irving. 1:53 left to play here in the half. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Can't hit the free throw line jump. And out of bounds as Anaheim gains possession. And now it's time for the Rookie Watch with this season's assist leaders. This is the newest crop of playmakers in the NBA. Second, Luka Doncic.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Irving, and the rejection by Ibaka. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Irving. From deep. Rebounded by Jackson. For Anaheim, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Doncic with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Passes it to Gallinari. Kicks it to Doncic. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Here's Irving. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the three ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. From deep three-point range, the shot off that time.
And truth is, though, he misses that.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Checking out the Clippers. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, they had a hard time scoring inside.
That about
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Irving. They've got Pirtle. Doncic out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's Jackson, and it's Gallinari in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Irving kicks to Vucevic. Back to Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Jakob Pirtle. Bulls shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Anaheim leading by 3. Here's Doncic, and the shot goes in. Doncic has got 8.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Irving kicks to Winslow. Healed outside. It's tipped.
And you got to give appreciation to how Pirtle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
Bulls trail by 7.
Well, he's had ankle troubles and knee surgeries. Last season, a gluteal tear. And over the course of his career, injuries seem to be more of a part of what Danilo Gallinari's story is about in the NBA. Hopefully he'll find some health this year.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Doncic kicks to Jackson. They get a hand on it. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Feeds it to Hield. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
Well, he's a little bit more than just an outside shooter. Buddy Hield finding himself. That time maneuvers inside to get good position.
And Gallinari an efficient score if he can just, Brent, stay healthy.
Yeah, the optimism seems to be waning with regards to that. Over his 10-year career, he's played about half of the games, and you're paying him a pretty good sum of money. That's a tough pill to swallow if you're an owner, but as a fan, you root for him to be out there and have some success.
Pass to Hield. The kick out to Irving. He nails it, and we're tied up. He's got 9.
When you make shots like that, Kevin, Kyrie is showing just how confident he is in his offensive ability.
Gallinari outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. They can't stop the run with that one.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Winslow finds Hield. That puts them in the lead. Hield's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
There's 45 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Irving. Outside Jackson, 5 to shoot. And another miss by Anaheim.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Ibaka, no luck.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
Over in the corner, Doncic. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Winslow. Nice shot from the wing. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Let's go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bulls out front. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Hey, guys, we need a run right here. Come on.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So for Chicago right now, Justice Winslow out there with Ibaka. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Buddy Hield. And it's Vucevic in at the center. And the rejection by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
Here's Irving. And it's Chicago scoring again. Anaheim trails by 6. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Doncic dishes to Pirtle. Now, here's Doncic, covered by Hield. The Bulls shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Winslow's shot is off. And for Anaheim, their shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. Pass to Doncic. Jackson kicks to Gallinari. A shot missing. And it's Chicago the other way. Outside Irving. Now the pass to Hield. Unloads. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And now an 8-point Bulls lead.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
Doncic. And he knocks down the jumper. Now here's Irving. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
And that's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often. Well, he's got both height and length, and that time showed them both.
Passes it to Hield. Over Doncic. They get it again. Misses in close.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Irving passes to Ibaka. Back to Irving. Hands the 12-footer. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
I wish Kyrie sometimes would just dribble out the 24-second shot clock. It's so fun to watch him on the handle.
Pass to Doncic. Good D by Hield. The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, when your point guard is Kyrie Irving and he decides to mix it up on the inside, that helps out your ball club.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Timeout called, Anaheim. They're trailing by 8. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, he's always going to be a main scorer for them, and tonight they really let him loose. Almost half their points have come through him. And we're so used to seeing him have nights like this that we almost take it for granted.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Doncic. The rebound by Ibaka. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Winslow kicks to Irving. To the inside. Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
Timeout called, Anaheim. They're trailing by 10. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morris. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Healed against Shumpert. And here is Healed. And the officials call a traveling violation. From deep. No good there. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
Be like a number one. It's late night, got a late show. If you wanna roll, I got a place where